Hi there, this is Fred, FR5ED. The 5 is silent. Here with a beer review. I have a little trouble with saying this, so bear with me. This is by Founders. It's a Scotch style ale, and the name of it is, you can read it. Okay, I'll go ahead and say it. It's Dirty Scotch Ale from Founders. So far, I've liked the handful of beers I've had from Founders, so we'll see how this one goes. Looking on Rate Beer, it comes in at a 98 overall and a 98 in style, and that is after 1,900 reviews. Now, on Beer Advocate, it's a 91, which is outstanding. That is after 4,407 reviews. This weighs in at 8.5% ABV. As I said, it's a Scotch ale. It says 50 IBUs. Wow, brewed with 7 varieties of malt. Wow, it's Scotch ale, also known as wee heavy ale. Okay, the commercial description says, Founders flagship beer. Dirty is an absolute beautiful beer to behold. Dark ruby in color and brewed with 10 varieties of imported malts. Okay, we have a discrepancy, 7 or 10. Which is it? Continuously lives up to its reputation as a bold and powerful ale. Dirty is complex in the finish with hints of smoke and peat, paired with a malty richness, finalized with a good bit of hop attitude. This beer ain't for the wee lads. All right, well, it's got a lot of hype going there and some good reviews. Let's see how this goes. I've let it warm up quite a bit, and I'm going to pour it into, my trusty snifter. Yes, getting a decent pour out of that. All right. Boy, that does almost had a syrupy finish to it there. We'll see how heavy the mouthfeel is. It seems to be moving slowly I bet that's got a pretty hefty mouthfeel to it. It looked dark in the pour there, like a deep dark, well, they said ruby, kind of mahogany, reddish brown. And it's hard to see it once it's already poured to get light through there. Decent head, good 2-finger pour, dense head. Looks good. It's a very tan head. Let's give it a smell. Okay. Very interesting. You're expecting something totally different. I'm getting orange citrus hop aroma in there, right on the top. I can smell the alcohol. That's interesting. You can get the fumes of the alcohol sometimes. This is 8.5%. Can get a little bit of that in there. A little bit of caramelly. Not really getting any dark roasted malt smell, but I'm getting kind of a molassesy, caramelly aroma, but still the orange citrus of the whatever hops they used, is coming off the top there. Accidentally got it on my lip. All right, well, let's give this a taste. Very different for me. And I've had Scotch ales, so I'm not saying this is foreign. But, when you have a steady diet of IPAs and double IPAs with a stout or a porter thrown in here and there and a pale ale now and then, this is definitely a different animal. Want another taste? That is really nice. It's a heavy mouthfeel, on the heavy side. There's some sweetness to it, but definitely not the type of sweetness like there's leftover sugar added sort of thing to make it sweet. It just has a kind of a natural sweet edge to it. So, definitely not this. Not, a milk stout, for example, with the lactose in there. Sometimes they can have enough in there that it's definitely got it's definitely sweet. Barley wines, there's many that are definitely sweet. This is just sweet enough to make you notice. maybe a little more than just a wee bit. But it's, from, very dry to very sweet. It's going to be still on the dry side, heading towards the middle. Okay, next taste. There's some bitterness there. That said 60 IBUs, but again, that can be muted down because of the 8.5% ABV. But it's noticeable. Maybe more than Scotch ales typically have. I don't know, because the last Scotch ale I had was Great Divide, I think. Or was it, I can't remember. But I don't remember it being quite as hoppy. This has some noticeable hop bitterness and hop flavor. A little bit of that citrusy hop flavor. Another taste. Get the alcohol. Definitely get that. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, it doesn't need to be a bad thing. In some beers, noticing the alcohol might be a deterrent. To me, in a Scotch ale, a wee heavy ale, I think there's almost, to me, again, this is my opinion, as whatever that's worth. I think that you almost want to sense a little bit of the alcohol because, you're thinking it's a Scotch ale, a wee heavy ale. So let me know that there's some alcohol behind this or in the mix. And then there's some molasses, just in there, some caramelly molasses flavor, from the malt. I like this. I like it surprisingly well. I would get this again. This is a great way to break up the steady diet, as I mentioned, of IPAs. I do that with porters and stouts from time to time. This I'll add to the mix. I am definitely impressed with Founders. And again, this is Dirty Ale, Scotch Wee Heavy Ale from Founders. Give it a try. Definitely give it a try. And this is Fred, FR5ED, over and out.